description. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. Thank you. All right, so welcome to another episode of Matchmakers. I got a special guest here today, and before I go further, I'm gonna allow him to introduce himself. Go ahead and introduce yourself real quick.
Yo, I'm two-way trade number 11 from RDU. I play safety.
Okay, all right. So yeah, let's get into it. So you played for RDU last year. Let them know how long you've been playing for RDU in general.
It's 9.
Since you was 9. So you got what? How many national titles?
3.
Okay, yeah. And I think that's important because a lot of people I knew, but a lot of people didn't know at the fact that you had a lot of experience, a national experience. But last year, I want to say that it was the team was basically given to you. Do you feel like that was the case? And how did you feel like you handled the task?
I think I handled it pretty great. Last year I played to my 12U, right?
Yeah, last year.
I played safety. That was my first time playing safety ever for RDU. I was national championship. My coach had already told me I was going to be a captain on the team. Now I have to step up. So yeah.
Yeah, I want to say that you did a good job, especially being that you guys play with a whole different group of individuals. I think for the most part, man, y'all had a lot of doubters. People didn't expect for you guys to be where you were, and I think that you prove a lot of them wrong. What was y'all mindset coming into this actual season, being that y'all had a different group?
Our mindset was that they didn't have a ring, didn't have like no type of ring. It was going to win B2C, was going to win nationals. After we had to play them again, we was going to beat them.
Yeah, so I thought honestly in the beginning I did have you guys playing DEA, but y'all ended up playing them. I want to say what second round, and it didn't go in y'all favor. But one of the things that I will say, being that you guys had a team, and then I don't think y'all practiced as much as you would like to have, right? So being that that was the case, and you guys still make it to battle, and then you guys end up beating a really good team in DMV. I think that to me that was a success for the season. But do you feel like as a player that won multiple back-to-back championships, do you feel like that was a failure season, or do you feel like it was successful?
Season. We didn't win no trophies. We didn't win no rings. We didn't win nothing for real.
Also, in your eyes, it was a failure.
It was a failure to me.
Okay, so what do you expect to do to become a better leader? What are some of the things that you look into, be better at?
Training with my team, asking coach, can we get some more practice?
Yeah, I could see, that actually being a step towards the right direction. If you ask the coach for one more practice, take the initiative for the fact that that you guys feel like you're lacking in certain areas. And like I say, for a team that was put together, I felt like you guys did well because the personnel may not have been there. I think that the coaches may not have had the proper and adequate time to see how each player was, and I think that that played a role because like when you look at Coach Reggie, I don't think some of the coaching staffs was there. I don't think that the things that you guys were used to. And hey, what's up, Coach Tim? So some of the things that you guys were used to, doing in certain moments, I don't think that was there because the new coaches had a different way of looking at things. So like I say, that's why I feel, in general that the season was a success, and overall. But what are you looking forward to next season? Are you planning for RDU organization? Are they going to have an organization for the 13U? Or are you looking at another team?
We're gonna merge a CD. Ready the Dream Chasers.
CD Dream Chasers?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, dang, that might be trouble right there.
With CD, and I hope we can get a ring.
Yeah, hey, I think they definitely is going to listen to what I have to say next season, because I told them, you guys, you are good. You really are good, but the mindset wasn't there, the right mindset. And the coach tried to double down on me. And at the end of the day, I ended up having the last say, because the coaches knew that they didn't prepare the kids as well as they should have, and they had them in the game versus West Orlando Jags with a totally different mindset than what they should have had. Now, I think that's a lesson learned. Now, going forward, being that they already had a really good team, and then they add, with the likes of you, and then they got other teams, other players that they added. I think that them guys are going to be really, really good. So when are they expecting to have like practice, spring practice, or whatever type of practice?
Oh yeah, one time my coach Outlaw, we be doing like weights, all that type of stuff. RDU and there.
Okay, so y'all already started it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to inbox you on y'all probably y'all next one, because I want to come to the game. I want to I mean, not the game, but the practices, and the workouts and the stuff like that. I want to come get some footage and film. You know what I'm saying? So I'll definitely reach out to you for that. But let me see. Oh, okay. All right, so hey man, so what is your expectations for next season? What are some of the things that you're looking to work on?
Making every tackle I can possibly make. There's a lot of tackles I missed this year. I'm looking forward to making a lot of tackles, playing offense and defense.
Okay, yeah. Now that's one of the things that I can say. I think, and I agree with that. I think that understanding that the big hits ain't always the right thing, to do, because I do see that you guys were definitely laying your body on the line. Y'all was, hitting really hard, but then that didn't equate to you guys making the tackle versus them getting the extra 3-4 yards that end up giving them the first down, stuff like that. So I definitely can see that. One of the things I always say, I never seen nobody run without their legs. So that's one thing that I'm glad that you already seen, as far as making the tackles and getting better at it, because technique is everything. So far as next season, what position are you looking to play? Do you feel like the safety was your rightful position? Do you feel like that you were kind of out of position, or do you feel like another position is more suitable for you?
Uh, I feel comfortable. I really want to play DB because like that's what I want to play corner. Like that's what I've been playing like my whole life since 9U. But my coach Fruit had put me at DB, and ever since then I've been good at DB. So when I went to safety, totally different.
Oh, okay. So do you feel like you got the right reads at safety, or do you feel like they was just putting you back there just in case somebody has a long run and they can rely on you to make the tackle?
Yeah, that's what one of my coach Reggie had told me, and that's I'm backing for a safety man for like anybody that. So this again before I played DA, the tackle like he expected me to make the tackle back there.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Now I can see that being the case. That's why I actually asked. But yeah, now if it's cornerback, then I'll say pursue cornerback, because you're getting to a point where you need to be put in the placed in a position where you're going to thrive, because now you're going to have to start focusing on getting recruits. You know what I'm saying? So this your last season, far as for the youth, and then the next season after that will be high school. So getting the reps in that you need, for cornerback, I think is important. And if you do still end up playing the safety position, one thing that I can say is at least ask your coach, can you get in, some reps within the game, at that position, so you don't go totally cold. Because it's ways to do it. Now I see some some coaches may need you in certain areas, but there's still, ways that you can go about doing what you love as well. You know what I'm saying? You ain't always got to be um like in the backfield at the safety position. Let's say y'all blowing somebody out, then you can say, hey, coach, instead of me playing the safety position, I want to get some reps in, at the cornerback position. And you can do it like that. But yeah, it's not just one way to skin the cat, man. And I need y'all to know that just because a coach sees something in you, and place you where you're not trying to go, they have a reason for it. You know what I'm saying? But you always work on what you're best at. You always work on your weaknesses as well. And then, whenever your number called, um, like you ready to answer the bell, because I think you playing safety and being a really good cornerback, I think it basically enhances your quality and the importance that you are, for a player, because you might go to college and they may need a safety or they may need another cornerback. You know what I'm saying? And you got experience in both. So that's not a bad thing to be in. You know what I'm saying? So when you reached out or got in contact with CD Dream Chasers, did they already tell you the position that you want to play, or did they just want to welcome you to the team, or try to get you on the team?
Coach Nard on the he has said I probably might be playing corner. I think they might have chance at safety.
Okay, all right. So that's even good. That's even better. It's working out in your favor. So what do you feel playing for CD Dream Chasers will bring out of you as a player?
I think I bring a lot of potential. I mean, like when any level you, or I RDU team I felt comfortable playing with, I feel like I played better.
Hmm. So do you feel like you play better as a leader, as the leader of the team, or like somebody else actually being the lead?
I feel like I play.
You feel like you play better as the leader?
Yeah, because I feel like when I'm at safety, I see like the field, so I can like make adjustments. Like, oh, it's receiver real wide open, go get him, go run over there, he can run through. So scoot over a little bit like that.
Right. Okay, yeah. Now that's because I'm telling you, man, that's a great quality to have, to be a leader, and to understand what other people got to do. Because when you know what other people has to do, you know what I'm saying, then that means that you become more knowledgeable of the game. So therefore, you become more valuable, more of an asset. Something like a Ray Lewis, even though you're not playing the linebacker position, you still know the game and you know where um, each player is supposed to be when they see a specific format. So that's also a great quality to have. I think your last season, even though you feel like it wasn't a success, I think it had to be your best season, because now a lot of people know number 11, Trey. They know who you are. Not just that, they know what you can do. They know how valuable you are. You know what I'm saying? They know that you can help carry a team. As opposed to before, they always kind of looked at, the Spivies. They looked at what's the quarterback name? I don't know how I forget
CJ,
his name. Yeah, CJ. Hands, like they looked at them, but now at last season they like, okay, well, who do RDU have? So now your name come up, you at the top of your game, and people looking like, oh man, he really can play. But the thing is, they don't know. I know that you always been able to play. You know what
For
I'm
sure.
saying? The times that I had conversations with you on the sideline, hey man, great play, or or this or that. They didn't understand that you always could play. I think it was that you were just overshadowed by the other players. You know what I'm saying? So now that people know who you are, I think you able to get a fair shake. So I don't look at it as a complete failure. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying that or whatever. But what are some of the players that you looked at, man, and you felt like grown a lot?
Like from this year, I felt like Mason at DB. I felt like G grown a lot. Q, Meaty, uh, what's that? Came from Birmingham. Oh, DJ.
Oh,
I feel like they
is
grown
it you talking about the big boy?
for sure. Keaton.
Okay, yeah. Now I can see that because yeah, man, y'all really have some players. The only thing I think that y'all really lacked was the the camaraderie and the cohesiveness. The fact that y'all really haven't been playing, on the same team for a very long time. Because like I remember, was it what game was it? Was it PME? I think it was P. Was it PME? Y'all was playing against them, and y'all was kind of struggling a little bit. And I heard from the defense when the coaches was calling something, he called a play and the player was like, "What is that?" I don't even know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So like it showed, that the practice, it definitely played a role in how far y'all actually made it because to be in a game and don't nobody know what the coach is trying to run and talking about until Coach Bug end up coming, and I think that's what kind of saved y'all at that game, where he came in, he kind of took over, and then he put in the right personnel, for that game. But yeah, to play in a game in general, and players not know what the plays are, and you guys still end up winning it. I think that was a testament to how good y'all was. You know what I'm saying? So where are some of the other players going?
I think still playing with us. G still playing with us. Q injured. I think Q might be playing with us still though. And I think Dude's still playing with us.
Okay, so they all going to the Dream Chasers are supposed to be going.
Yeah.
I think Q one of the most underrated receivers and players in general. That kid, man, I've seen him led on the line. I've seen him go get it on the defense. I've seen him make great plays on the defense. I've seen him you know make some amazing catches. I've seen him win some games. I've seen it all from him, and I don't think that nobody really give him the credit that he deserved. That kid has a lot of talent. I think honestly, if I had to say if there's anybody that was similar to you, far as being a great talent, I'll have in not getting the exposure, I would have to say it's Q. I would have to say that's the same similar player, uh, that kind of fit your situation. You know what I'm saying? But what are you what player are you looking to play with most next season?
On the defensive side,
Mm-hmm.
now time Jamari, number 11, and I say on with CD Dream Chasers, the last player probably be the what's the center?
So do you think you guys are going to be like Falcons United, meaning that everybody kind of went to the same team and it was a bunch of the best players, as far as in Georgia? Do you think that that's going to be the case, or are you guys going to have some teams to play out here? But that's 13U as well.
I feel like we might be like a lot of talent, just like FU. We got a good quarterback, just like how FU had a good quarterback. We got fans, so yeah.
Yeah, and I'll say this, man. Make sure when y'all play and y'all, have y'all schedule that y'all have a full schedule because I think that's where Falcons United end up messing up. They didn't have a full schedule. They did what ABA did, which was they ABA went a whole month without playing, right? And then they
Yep.
were undefeated up until that season, and then they played Falcons United in the playoffs, and they end up getting beat. They end up losing. But part of that was because they wasn't playing no games. Last season, that happened to Falcons United. I think they went maybe 2 or 3 straight weeks without actually playing a game, and that affects you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to make sure that y'all have a full roster, especially towards the end of the season. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can keep getting your reps and keep getting better. Because I honestly don't think that Falcons United was ever the same after taking that break because they almost lost or they had a close game to some team, I believe, from Virginia or something like that. They end up having close calls with the Cali Pilots. They end up losing in the championship, and I think a lot of that equated to them not being able to practice. So make sure that you guys have. If y'all don't have no games, make sure them games at the end of the season is there and it's played because that means everything. You know what I'm saying? So but yeah, man, what is something that you want them to know about you in general as a player and as a person?
Uh, to me, really, I just like really don't want to be like known, like more known. I don't think a lot of people know who 2H is. Like, I don't think know who I am. So I really,
Hold on, you kind of broke up at the last one. You said a lot of people know who two-way Trey is, and then you broke up after that.
you know, like playing like I just want to like really explain it. Like more coach, like
So
I don't know how to.
okay, I think from what I've heard, what you was trying to say was that you want people to notice who you are, as a player the next season, and you just want to be noticed more for how good you are as a player. Okay, is that did I get it? Did I get it right?
Yeah,
Okay, yes, I think some I don't know your bars must be going down, but yeah, man, what team are you looking forward to playing next season? If
uh,
you yeah before you go, before you go, let you go. If there's a mandatory team that you gotta have on that schedule, who is it?
DA for sure on DA.
DA. He wants some get back.
Yeah,
So if not them, okay. So give me the second team that you gotta have on there.
I want to play the Mob again.
Oh, the mob. Okay, yeah, yeah. Now that was a really good game, man. I must say too though, because I'm a very fair person. Now I will say this. I tried to go back and I looked at the one of the plays, man, and I have to say, man, y'all was fortunate that they made the call, man, because when he I think was it a fumble or interception, one of them. I know the guy ran it back and then they called it back, but I
Oh, we
was
talking about
like, man,
that pick.
yeah, okay, yeah. So it was a pick, but I was like, man, y'all was very fortunate because I personally said in my head, like, nah, I don't think that was a call. But I would say this: they have made terrible calls on both sides. So I just took it with a grain of salt. But I was like, man, that pick six was legit. You know what I'm saying? But what do you think happened when y'all played DEA? Why do you think that y'all didn't have as much success uh the second time as y'all did the first when y'all played them?
Everybody. first time, I think everybody was scared.
You say you're scared to play?
Yeah.
And, yeah, I don't know. Your thing keep freezing. I don't know why. But yeah, one of the things, man, I thought that it was gonna, and I told you before the game, I say it, the success of the team relies on you, and then the other thing I said it also relies on Meaty. Now I do think that you guys had some level of success. It's just that on the offensive end, I don't think that you guys were able to click. So that was the only thing. Now, you can take that same team and you add CJ and you add all the rest of your high power offense on there. I think that you guys still win it. You know what I'm saying? No team was able to just put up a whole bunch of points on y'all like that. Even though DA won, I think they won. I think they scored like 18. For that game, and they can be a high power offense, but give me y'all defense. Give me y'all defense, and then just put CJ and Spivey and all them on the offense. I think that you guys win y'all fifth championship. You know what I'm saying? But that's all speculation. You know what I'm saying? I can say that myself. But how did you feel, man, when they end up going to go play middle school ball? Did you feel like you wanted to join for middle school, or did you just think playing youth football is still the right direction for you?
I play football. Like
Yeah.
I ain't want to go to like your team with that. I feel like it's like my turn, like turn up and show everybody like what I got.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so you were actually aware that this year could have been this year was your year for you to actually get the exposure and be noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I can dig that, man. But yeah, so let's get into some of the high schools. Do you have a particular high school that you looking to go to, or do you want to make that decision, when it comes time, like later on?
Well, I want to go to Langston Hughes.
That's a good school. They do really well. Okay. So have you spoken to any of the coaches?
Yeah, the DB coach Jinde.
Okay. All right. So being granted that he's still there, when it's time for you to play, that's the school that you want to go to. Have you ever thought about a secondary school?
If I can't make it to Langston, I'll probably go
Go to where?
to Tucker.
Tucker?
Yeah.
Okay. He said, okay, 2A, number two, A1. Yeah, nah, he's definitely a great player. But the reason, I say this all the time, I have to acknowledge, and be make you guys aware of some of the process for you guys to become successful, right? One of the things is always, and tell your friends, and make sure y'all interview y'all coaches. Because some of y'all coaches might not be for y'all. They might, you might go there and then you might have some sort of expectations, and the coach might say something like, "Well, I didn't ask you to come here." Like, even though you might be the better player, they might come and have some personality like that. Make sure that that's a school that you are wanted at, because when you have an understanding with the coach and you basically ask him like, "Hey, coach, I want to come to this school, but I don't know what you guys have going. You might have another player, which might not be beneficial for me. So, is this a school to where I can come to and get instant playing time, or what is your expectations in general? Because like I'm not just trying to come to any type of school and don't get no burn, no playing time. And the only way that you would know that is you actually have a conversation with a coach. I think all coaches at the position that you want to play, all coaches need to be interviewed so you can know exactly where you stand if you go to that school. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm very big on that. Cause a coach will literally be like, man, I didn't ask you to come here. So you're getting upset with me and not playing. I've already interviewed the people that I want to come. You know what I'm saying? And then the second thing, when it comes to the coaching, see what type of connections that they have. Are they even in the know of how to get a scholarship? Do they know any type of recruits? Because I know some recruits, and I know the information that they give me. But do your coaches know it? Do your coach know to reach out to a specific individual, right? That's a recruit, and tell them to come out to look at your players. Hey man, I got this DB. He's new, he's young, man, he's fresh. But man, you gotta see him. See, a lot of that comes from the relationship of the coaches with the recruiters, with the scouters. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta know that. You gotta know that. And I'm basically giving this information because I want to empower you with the understanding of how something is supposed to look. Now, I always say this. I know 4 people that I grew up with that play professional ball. I know how the process works. You know what I'm saying? Some coaches will literally have you come to their not their university, but their schools, right? Their high schools, and they don't have no benefit to you at all. You know what I'm saying? They may not know no recruiters, no colleges, none of that, right? But guess what? They knew that you was a benefit and an asset to that team. And they got what they expected out of you, but did you get what you expected out of them? You feel what I'm saying? So it has to be an even exchange. You know what I'm saying? So going forward, right? Me giving you that advice, what do you say would be your steps moving forward?
I don't think so, but I'm gonna see about 8th grade because a lot of George, she was saying they might not be a good team when I get there, so I might either go to bridge.
Okay, yeah. So you got to do what's best for your at this point. Is best for your career, because now we're at a phase to where y'all can make a lot of money. Y'all don't have to go to the NFL to make millions. You know what I'm saying? You guys learn how to get them NIL deals. Keep doing what you're doing. Doing the interview, learning how to speak publicly. So you can get that out, the jitters out, because what you're doing is not easy for most individuals. To speak in front of the public is not easy. You know what I'm saying? I know. I do this and I get the courage to do this because of you guys. But I was a person that never spoke in front of public. You know what I'm saying? Because I was that nervous. But now I do it because I have a bigger purpose. I have to make sure that you guys, get the experience and the opportunity to do so. So you can go back, look at the interview and say, hey, man, I wish I would have said this better. Or I wish I could have, said this at the time. This is the time where you guys need to be empowered and where you can understand what it is that you need to do, you know what I'm saying, to be able to take care of your family. And going to the NFL should just be a bonus. That should be a plus. But you should be a millionaire before you get there. And there's several ways that you can do that. And that's why I always tell y'all, man, make sure y'all build y'all Instagram. Make sure y'all build all y'all social media platforms. Because when they look at the platforms and they see, oh, dang, he got 20,000 people. Oh, he got this amount of people. Oh, we can use him. Hey, I want you to promote this for me. I'll give you $30,000 to do this. I'll give you this amount of money. You feel what I'm saying? So when people tell you to do something, they never explain to you why you should do it. That's why you should do it. Because when you build your handle, you have a following, you have something that they need, which is the audience. That's the importance of building your social media platform. You know what I'm saying? So I just have to give, everybody that come on here, what I'm saying, them gems, man, because it's very important, man. It's very important. To stop just thinking about it's time to stop just thinking about playing football. Because it's a lot of players that plays football, but they don't, turn out to do well at the end of the day because they don't know the business side. They didn't set up no business side. They just relied on the people, the actual the staffing at the university, which you already know who that's going to benefit. That's going to benefit the university. I have yet to see anybody look out for the best interest of the players. And that's what I'm here for. I'm going to give you guys some, the best advice to my knowledge to where you are the one that control your likeness. Do you know what a likeness is?
I think so. Heard me?
Nah, go ahead.
I think so. I think I know. You can
Okay,
explain to me.
so a likeness, for those who are watching and who will be watching, a likeness is basically the image of yourself, right? Is your character, is who you are to the people, right? It's your identity. It's your characteristics, right? Your face, features, um, just you, right? As a brand. So when somebody else control your likeness, that means that they can control whether or not you put out something because they own that. So like for instance, I always go to Prince. Prince changed his name to artist formerly known as Prince because he couldn't use the word Prince no more because they own his likeness. They own him, his name, his representation, and they own everything else about him. You feel what I'm saying? So like you want to control that because you can tell people whether or not they can use your image. You can tell people whether or not they can use a part that you're in, your music, your videos, everything. That's what, controlling your likeness. That's why it's important. And y'all need to understand that so y'all can be a lot more empowered. You know what I'm saying? But what is something that you want to know on a business aspect when it pertains to just a career outside of football?
Really, I want to know. I'm just still trying to figure out what's my first job gonna be. Like, if it's like nothing to do on like where I'm gonna work at for my first job. Cause I can't like when I'm 14, I'm finna be 14. So I'm trying to figure out like what job I'm gonna get.
Got you. Okay. Yeah. Hey man, look. The first job, it really doesn't matter because I'll say the experience is the most important. Understanding how to deal with people in general. You're going to get a lot of different personalities. So understanding that is to me is the most important at getting a job, right? The money aspect, you got to make sure that it's actually worth it, meaning that, you know, you're not just going there to benefit the job and you're not getting nothing back in return. So say for instance, for you, nothing less than $12 should be acceptable, right? Because at the end of the day, you have stuff that you need to do. You know what I'm saying? The other thing is look at some of the things that you're good at. Are you good at building? Do you know how to build cars? Do you know how to fix houses? Do you know how to um, fix refrigeration? Do you know how to fix minor things? Like, do you know how to cut grass? Do you know those are some of the things that people, look down on, but a lot of people become millionaires based on that. Landscaping businesses, so there's things that I think that you should, figure out what you're good at, and then just use that as a backup, because that's where I think a lot of people mess up. They don't they think the NFL, okay, all right, cool. NFL don't work out. I mean, now they got the Canadian Football League or whatever, but you need to know all these things, bro, so you can just empower yourself and be in the know. And that's why I think that our culture, that's where we make the mistakes. Is we don't get a certificate in the things that we're good at. So when we try to do something, right, or go to the NFL and that doesn't work out, we don't know what to do after that, because we think everything is too late. You know what I'm saying? So that's why while you're young, find out what you're good at, get a degree in that. You might be good at recording. You might be good at editing. You might be good at some, you know what I'm saying? Find that, your niche, get a certificate in it. You know what I'm saying? So that way, if the football, basketball don't work out, whatever it is that you want to play, you got something to fall back on. Feel what I'm saying? But Coach said, let me see what Coach said. He says, great advice and guidance for these young men. Please talk to them about handling their own money. Finance is very important for young Black student athletes. All right. So, yeah. Hey, appreciate that, Coach. So what he just said is very important, right? And that's the thing that I'm going to explain to y'all when I start throwing, like, in the future, start throwing like these finance courses, for athletes, so you guys can learn how to spend your money. But I'm gonna say this: it's important to understand how money works, because if you know how money works, you're gonna have money, right? You're gonna always have it. A lot of us, when we get money, the only thing we think about is spending it, right? So if we got money and then we go buy Jordans, how much do Jordan make you money? Do you have stocks? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't got stocks in Jordans, then why would you go buy Jordans? Right? So it's like a mentality that that we need to have and make sure that that you guys pick up on, because it's something that's going to help you in the long run. You're going to be better for it, I promise you. So when you get money, I'm not saying don't ever spend none of it. I'm just saying take a portion of it and then take the other portion and then you put that up. When you done spending, like, for instance, let's say you get a check for $1,000, right? Could you go 2 weeks with $300? Can you say $300 for 2 weeks? You hear me, Trey? I don't think he said it. Yeah. Okay, I hear you. But yeah, so you got $1,000, right?
Right.
And then you go and you put up $700. Do you think that you could go 3 weeks? I mean, 2 weeks with just $300?
Oh yeah.
Okay, all right, so cool. So now what happens is you go 2 weeks and you only got $300 to spend, right? You put up 700. So then your next check, you get another $1,000. You take $300 again, and you do the same thing over and over. That's how people become wealthy. That's how people become in a situation to where they have, right?
Yeah.
That's life. You should never spend 100% of your $1,000. Take the money, take 30% of your money, your income, and use that to spend. Right now, you don't have no bills, you don't have any of that. So you can save up to $1 million, but you may never have $1 million check. You feel what I'm saying? So that's something that you need to make sure, man, that you apply. Because when you look at all them NFL players, all of them go broke. And this is why, because they think that because they're getting money, they don't have to put none up. Always save for a rainy day. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'll say towards that. But yeah, man, anything that you feel that you are good at now that can make you money potentially. It could be selling clothes, it can be doing embroidery or anything. What are some of the things you feel like you can do now to make yourself money?
Yes. Yeah, I learned how to. You really just learn how to cut grass.
Yeah, you can definitely cut grass, because I think a lot of us adults, we are very sympathetic, and we are very willing to give young men jobs, especially in that department, right? Of cutting grass, because we see that you're looking to have a honest way of living to earn money. You know what I'm saying? So we'll do that just to keep you guys off the streets. And then here's the other thing, the other kicker, right? And I'm gonna give y'all some game for those who want to listen. You guys can literally, you can get 2 or 3 other people, right? And then y'all can say, look, man, we're gonna go door to door. We're gonna knock on these folks' door, and we're gonna ask them, can we cut their grass at least twice a month, right? And then we'll charge them only a certain amount, right? And then you can have 3 people. You can get the whole neighborhood. You can get the whole neighborhood, and let's say they pay you $50 a month, right? And you got about 20 places, right? And you're at a townhome. That's about what? Okay, 50. That's about, okay, man, I forgot how to do math. Let's say about $2,000 a month that y'all can split just 3 ways. You know what I'm saying? So like you don't have to do it yourself. You feel what I'm saying? You don't have to do it yourself. You can get a friend. Y'all can go knocking door to door, get these people, cut their grass, and then they got a monthly payment to where they paying $50. They paying $50 a month. You guys got $2,000 coming in, and that y'all can split. And then it goes to what I just told you, taking some of that money and then putting some up, keeping some for yourself, and then that way you got spending money and you got money that you saving. You feel what I'm saying? So those are some of the things that you guys can do. But I think that a lot of people, they're not aware of it, so they don't do it. That's why I feel like I gotta arm you guys with an understanding of knowledge. You feel what I'm saying? So but yeah, man, let's get back to the football aspect. And then I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. We're almost at that hour mark. So if you can name 3 or 5 of your top players for last year for performance wise, who would that be?
Number 1, it gotta be now time. Number 2, I gotta be probably, I say Zach CD. 4, I think G had a better year than last year. And number 5. But if I wasn't able to, I say probably.
You say probably who?
Mason.
Mason? Oh yeah. You talking number 13?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he had a really good year, man. I think he had a really good year. So I'll say this. Mine's, I'll have to say number 14 for that's 11U. This is 11U. Number 14 for Rare Breeds. I'll say number 3, the wide receiver for TME. I would say number 8 from City Life Raptors. This is all 11U. I would say I gotta say Montez for Rare Breeds. Then I gotta say the quarterback. Is it the quarterback or Tonka? Tonka. I'll say him number 0 for ATL Elite. So those are my top players. And then far as for 12U, I want to say I would definitely give you most improved. And I ain't saying that because you on here. I will give you most improved. I would have to say number 3 and number 2 for DEA. Yeah, I would have to say them. Then I would say number 2 from CD Dream Chasers. Then I gotta go with the quarterback. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I gotta go with CD Dream Chasers quarterback. I think he didn't get enough credit for his style of play as well. That cat, man, he made some pretty amazing throws, And then I do like my guy number 9, but I can't put him over. I can't put him over the bus though. I think the bus, him and Boogie, I think them two, was like amazing together. I think them being on the same team actually played a really big part in their success, because to tackle them guys back to back the whole duration of the game, I know that takes a toll on anybody. You know what I'm saying? So that's why say number 7, number 7, Aaron Good for Tucker. What age group is that? Are you familiar with this player? Was you familiar with that player? Yeah, like I don't think I know him. It's that number 2 for CD Dream Chasers is man, he's a problem for sure. So I think that really concludes the interview. But what is something, man, that you wanted to talk about before we go ahead and get out of here? And I'm gonna also be, as you talking, man, I'm gonna show you your Instagram handle.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, I say my teammates that I played with since since last year in 12U. I say about skill, but like all in general. I say number 1 gotta be G. He was like working, like even when one day he had missed practice, he was like, my bad, like G gotta be 1. 2 gotta be Q. Like he a cool dude to hang around. 3, 4, Zion. Number 5 will probably be Josh. Like he mad mature. Like he don't be making that. He mad mature. Number 6 is probably number 6 will probably be Keaton. Like Keaton, a linebacker. He don't be saying too much. Like he be doing work. Him and Mason.
You said number 48?
Probably be number 48.
Yeah, man, that cat is really good. Man, that dude be hitting too. I don't think nobody paid attention. Y'all just had a bunch of players that nobody really paid attention to. Y'all just was collectively good as a team. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, I still think you stuck out this season more, you know what I'm saying, than any other season. But yeah, man, I just think that y'all was full of a bunch of underrated players that were really good.
My 7th will probably be Deuce, because I knew him. There practice at 9U. I play. You know, I want like CJ. He throw like I want used to CJ throwing them type of passes. So first pass I dropped. Everybody was laughing. Y'all can't even give him a chance. It was like his first pass he finally dropped. I give him a chance. Number 8 would be our lineman. Number 50, it'd be him. Number 9. I say number 9 to be our. Not he cool, but like sometimes he can play too much. Like most of the time, like he really just be chilling. Number 10 probably gotta be what's his name? Like Ricard, he'll keep it real with you. Like if you doing something wrong, he wants you to be like, all right, OJ might happen, right? You think you do this? He'll be for real. Like I ain't gonna lie to you, you did this. They're my top 10 teammates.
Right. Yeah, you definitely need somebody that's honest, man. But I think that you guys were definitely in a phase to where I think, you know, like the leadership, just being in that position for the first time, and then, you know, especially you being with a national championship team for all those years, and then have to basically start over, and you know, and still get them to the biggest stage, you know, one of the biggest stage, which is the YNC. You know, I think that, like I say, it's a testament to you as a player, a testament to Q, to Meaty, you know, for the veterans of that team. You know what I'm saying? I think that you guys uh learn something, and even if you don't understand that you learn it, you know, you guys are basically a better player than what you think that you are, because I don't know if you took the time to reflect, but to start with a whole new team and still be, you know, in top contentions, most of the time it don't happen. Most of the time it does not happen. Those teams, they just fall off the map, and then they don't, you know, they don't get like they don't get nowhere. They don't go to the championship. They don't do none of that. And for you guys to still do that, I commend y'all. And then I think that's a testament also to Coach Reggie. Now, I still think, had y'all got that other coach from last season, the offensive coordinator, I still think that had y'all had him, you guys would have did, you know, some really amazing things too, and just allow Coach Reggie to focus on other stuff instead of the offensive aspect of things. Had y'all had him, I think y'all offense would have been a lot better, you know, just in general. But Coach says, he says, best wishes to Trey on his career, education, and football. Uh, okay. But yeah, man, appreciate you being on here, Coach, as always. You know, definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, but you know, I definitely think that you guys will be better for it, and you basically experience at a very young age, right? You experience that not all the cards are going to fall your way. So it's up to y'all to, you know, take what you're given and adjust, make adjustments, and then, you know, just move accordingly. You know, that's why a lot of players in the NFL, NBA, and all that, they all have great testimony because they all had to go through some type of adversity. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think that you guys went through this season. You know, there were some things that happened to where y'all don't have some of y'all best players on the team no more. But then you stuck it out and you know just figured how to try to make it the team better, and it happened. You know what I'm saying? Now you realize something or know something about yourself that you didn't before. So you know, I think that's commendable. You know, so but yeah, man, let them know whatever it is that you want them to know, man. Because I'm gonna go ahead and end this live. It's an
All right.
hour.
Be tuned up for the next season. All right. 13, you gonna come back.
Absolutely. Again, this is his handle right here. Um, go make sure y'all go follow him. It's two-way Trey 11. Two-way Trey 11. But yeah, that's all I got for now, man. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Matchmakers. I'm out.
All right.